U-75 finds herself in ferocious and turbulent seas once again. The boat has stayed submerged throughout the night. Even at a depth of 40 meters, we could still feel the boat heel and lunge with the waves. After breakfast, the watch crew donned their cumbersome oilskin jackets and foul-weather gear. The seas above are a whirlpool. The order was given to surface the boat, and U-75 leapt out from under the waves. The hatch to the surface was opened, and the watch crew and everyone inside the control room was immediately doused with seawater. Within minutes, the bilge was flooded, and the pumps were continuously working to get the excess water out. In sea conditions like this, the pumps will be running non-stop. Night has come, and U-75 is laying low, listening for any contacts around us. Although, conducting a torpedo attack in these seas would be incredibly difficult, it is not impossible. Another reason to exercise some caution is the prevalence of Allied radar. It seems more and more warships are carrying this equipment, allowing them to track us, even through rough seas like this. There have been horror stories of Allied warships emerging from thick fog banks, nearly ramming our boats in the dark. A fate I would prefer to avoid.
Derzeitige Tiefe 5-0.
The storm has moved off at last, and U-75 finds herself in calmer seas. The moon is a waxing crescent tonight, illuminating the seas somewhat. The moon is scheduled to set about an hour past midnight, giving U-75 the complete cover of darkness. At 22:30, whispers came from the bridge. A large shadow has been spotted, around 4 kilometers away. It's a warship. The crew silently rushed to their battle stations. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back aboard U-75 as we continue our 4th patrol in the Mediterranean. Our watch crew has spotted something off to our starboard side, off to 075 degrees. They said it's a warship. I'm not sure exactly though what kind, and I can barely see just a smudge out there. It is incredibly dark tonight. Very little moonlight. We are going to turn to merchant spotted. There we go. Let's turn to intercept them here. Come right and increase speed to full, please. Okay, let's take a look at the torpedo situation. We have 3 torpedoes loaded in the bow tubes. We have 2 torpedoes loaded in external reserves. I would like to load those soon. I was actually thinking about doing it tonight, but obviously we are not going to have a chance to do that. We will have to work with what we got. We have 2 G7A torpedoes, which leave that nasty bubble trail on the surface. They do have a pretty good range, so we may use those considering it is incredibly dark. And then we have 1 G7E torpedo loaded into tube number 3. Let's turn south, new heading 180, all ahead flank. Make sure we are not recharging batteries. There we go. And let's bring the Uzo up to the bridge. It has a pretty good zoom. All ahead flank, please. Why are we going slow? There we go. And there we go. I see something that looks like it may be a tanker or something. Again, incredibly difficult to see. It's really just a smudge. I do not even see the warship that our watch crew pointed out. They spotted a warship initially, and there she is. Ugh, looks like it's kind of intimidating. I may attempt a surface attack here. It's a frigate. Her top speed's definitely going to be faster than ours. Gosh, these guys are booking it. This is a small little merchant ship. Interesting. Let's change our heading. New heading 200, please.
Neuer Kurs 199.
Not seeing anything else out here. How far are we from this convoy? 6 kilometers away. Where is she? 350. There it is. Gosh, just a small little freighter. Length's probably 75 or so meters. There's that frigate. And yeah, they are moving incredibly fast. Where's, let's see, 350. Already lost it. There she is. Okay, lock onto her. Let's identify the target. I can't even really see this ship well enough to actually identify it properly. I have no idea what she is. This is definitely not her. Type 40, no. The stack is in the stern. She has 3 masts. It looks like the mast near the funnel is the tallest mast of the bunch, but yeah. Gosh, let's just find something relatively close here. There we go. Great Lakes type. I mean, that's definitely not her. Definitely not her. If not, I'm just going to guess the target is 90 meters long. Maybe a little shorter. Here we go. What about that coastal freighter? That very well might be her. That's definitely her. Okay, recognize the target. Line up the Ouzo at 0 degrees. We are going to time the ship as it crosses our bow. Make sure everything else is looking good here. There's the warship. Oh shoot, I already screwed it up. Come right. 5 degrees, please.
Neuer Kurs 205.
These guys are moving pretty quickly. That frigate's getting relatively close. She is continuing on a steady course now. Okay, there's the frigate. Or there's the merchant ship. And indeed looks to be British. Angle on bow is pretty good, I'd say. 90 degrees starboard. Speed, guess 10 knots. Range, we'll fire at probably around 3 kilometers. Impact pistol. Depth, 3 meters. And there's the merchant. What's the range to target? 5 kilometers away. Still really, really far out there. I'd like to get around 3 kilometers before launching. Okay, line it up. Now we just wait a little bit longer. Let's see the bow of the merchant ship moving in. Speed still 17 knots. I do want to slow down as we get a little bit closer. We are kicking up one heck of a wake right now, which makes it easier for our frigate friend to spot us. Of course, we also need to be worried about enemy radar. Get ready and mark. All right, timing. And yeah, they are. She is booking it. I'd love to use the deck gun here, but it's just going to be a disaster. Okay, 14 seconds. And the length of the target is, we'll just do 79 meters. It's going 11 knots. I can see that for sure. We are now running parallel to the target, attempting to overtake and get into a suitable position to fire our torpedo. Once we shoot tube 1, most likely, we're going to peel off to the left and run away. On the surface, Hopefully putting a good amount of distance between us and the warship. Now, let's see here. How far away is the target? Please? Okay, she is 3 kilometers away. It's pretty much right where I want her. And we are moving in and trying to overtake. These ships are just heading west at the moment. It is time to attack. We are going to turn in and fire off a torpedo here. Let's turn south, new heading 180. Reduce speed to standard. The frigate is pretty darn close. She is continuing her course though, not turning at all. Let's bring up the Uzo. There's our merchant. Okay, looking good. Turning in. Speed 11 knots. Angle on bow just shy of 90. Torpedo depth 3 meters. Impact pistol will go medium speed. Range to target. Let's see, 3 kilometers. We'll close in just a little bit more. Come right, new heading 190. Let's make sure I'm firing the right torpedo. Indeed, we are shooting tube 1 at this coastal freighter. Angle on bow really is just shy of 90. Set, speed, looking good, 3 kilometers. Range to target. 3 kilometers right on the dot. Don't really want to get too much closer at this point. There's the destroyer. Oh gosh, very intimidating. All those K launchers on the stern. Good news is, we're in pretty deep waters. No evasion if it comes down to it. Shouldn't be too difficult. Open tube 1. Need range one more time. 2.8. Angle on bow, still shy of 90. Speed, looking good. Okay, tube 1. Los. Okay, tube 1's away. Get out of here. Can see the torpedo wake in the water there. Fingers are crossed. Fingers are crossed. Coming left. Good news. If we miss, we'll be able to avoid all the hoopla following a torpedo impact. If we straight up miss, I don't think the enemy will be aware that we're even here. We're going to complete the turn and then increase speed. What's the time to target? Let's see, it's going to take about 2 minutes. 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes to reach the target. The torpedo should impact at any moment here. Oh, just a matter of seconds here. All ahead flank, let's start moving. Time to go. If it does go off, let's see how accurate we were. The merchant ship is armed. I do see a gun back there. It's possible they spot the torpedo wake as well. Okay, time is up. May have just missed, unfortunately. There we go, we got her! Directly amidships, that's what I'm talking about. Searchlight searching. Look right. Okay, star shells are going up. Time to go. Run, boys. Change course. Yeah, head northwest. Northwest. Get the hell out of here. The merchant ship has shut off her searchlight. We can see the blast mark right there on the side of the hull. She is burning up. Lots of steam escaping. It's possible the Tommies think they hit a mine. Who knows? That frigate's coming this way. She's moving quickly, but it doesn't look like she's going flank speed. We are putting a good amount of distance between us and the enemy. What's the range to the target? 4 kilometers away. Yeah, we are escaping here. And with any luck, we will remain undetected. The warship has turned on its searchlights and it's still kind of heading this way. It looks like she's zigzagging about. Suspicious that there's a U-boat out here. She is heading east-northeast for the most part, which is mildly concerning that, oh wow, this has been a while since I've checked up on our coastal freighter friend, and it looks like her stern is getting lower and lower in the water. She's definitely taking on tons of seawater here. I am not liking the look of this frigate though. Continuing to scan. No more star shells are getting thrown up, which is good. Oh gosh, that just makes me incredibly nervous watching that searchlight scan right past our position. We're about 5 kilometers away now though. I want to keep sight of the coastal freighter. I want to know if she goes down. I'm pretty confident it's going to sink, but that coastal freighter is barely visible at this point. It is fading back into this pretty thick fog bank that we have out tonight. About 10 minutes later, and we have received the report. She is going down. One single merchant ship sunk. Yeah, wow. I can't even see her. Distress flare being shot up. Alright, that's it for our merchant friend, and it looks like the frigate is continuing to scan that area for any sign of us. I think we're going to get away from here scot-free. Let's take a look at the log here. 1,800 tons sent down to the bottom on August 1st. Good work. That leaves us with 2 torpedoes loaded in the tubes, one G7A and one G7E. In reserves, we have 2 G7A torpedoes. I'm not going to reload those tonight. I'll probably wait another night. Of course, the enemy knows that there is U-boat activity in this immediate area, so it would be pretty foolish to reload now. We are going to continue racing away. I reduced our speed a little bit to 16 knots, primarily so I do not damage our diesel engines. But that frigate's continuing to fade back into the fog. What's her range now? How far away is she? Another distress flare. This is now 6 kilometers out. Barely visible. Barely visible. That was a textbook surface attack, and we can see massive explosion on the horizon. Oh, goodness. Explosion after explosion. Merchant ship just cooking off. Well, we're going to get out of here now. Hopefully we remain undetected. We are going to maintain this course for the time being. The warship has faded into the dark. There's no more distress flares, and we are now well over 15 kilometers away from the point of impact. And see, the moon is also starting to set as well. We're going to maintain this course, and then let's see where we are going to go. Let's keep heading off this way for the time being. Head northeast, and then we will make our turn back towards Malta. We are going to patrol grid CN38. The radio operator has picked up something using the radio direction finding antenna. Some contact that seems to be heading north-northwest, and it's only about 15 kilometers away. What a lucky night for us. With 5 full hours of darkness left, U-75 is in a great position to conduct another torpedo attack. All ahead full was ordered, and U-75 moved to intercept. It has not been long after we torpedoed the coastal freighter in the middle of the night, and we have received a radio report of a ship relatively close to us, only 15 kilometers away. Now the report says she is moving fast. I'm going to guess they are moving 12 knots, so they will move 22 kilometers over the course of a single hour. Let's see where that will put them on the map. They are heading west-northwest. 22. There we go, set. And in 1 hour, we are moving 16 knots. Should be in a pretty good position to intercept. Let's go right about here. Yeah, in about an hour, we should have visual contact, and then we should be able to move and get in front of them to attack. Again, we have 2 torpedoes loaded in the tubes, ready to go. It is going to be even darker than it was previously because the moon has officially set. If that's the case, I'm probably going to try another surface attack since the last one went really well. It has been over an hour and we've not made visual contact with the enemy. We are going to submerge down to periscope depth, please. And we are going to listen on the hydrophone and see if we can pick them up. I am surprised we have not made visual contact. I'm assuming we have overtaken them. And they are still way back here. I may have overestimated their speed. Reduce speed down to slow as well. And we will go over to the hydrophone and take a listen. Turn the volume up here. And they should be off to like 050 or so. That or they are just really booking it and are on our port side. Though I'd be surprised. Right on cue. 045 degrees. It's definitely a warship. There's 2 of them. Upscope. 045. They are indeed moving quickly. Yeah, I don't see anything. Downscope. Moving fast. Indeed a warship. Probably another frigate. Let's get tube 2 ready. Okay. Let's see. Let's make sure there's nothing else around us. I think there's actually 3 ships in this convoy. I have 1, the really loud chugging. 2. And then there's 1 back here, I think. A very slow chugging. Let's do a scan. Alright, nothing else. Okay. Let's hit the surface and continue to intercept. Hopefully we can make visual contact. I am going to attempt a surface attack once again. Merchant moving fast. Our hydrophone operator picked up 2. I think there may be a 3rd though. We have hit the surface and we are going to increase speed. All ahead full. Let's also make sure we are not recharging batteries. No need to do that. And I want my good watch officer on the bridge right now. You, sir, get in the diesel engine room. You in the navigator position, and you can get some rest for the time being, but we will need you on the weapon officer station to conduct our torpedo attack. These guys are still pretty far out there. Now, it'll probably be, about 20 or so minutes before we actually spot them, I think. We have visual contact, 6 kilometers out, rudder amidships here. 047. Oh boy, okay, there they are. Yep, 2 ships. Wow, that's a big cargo ship. I see something small in the lead. Bring up the Uzo, please. Let's prepare for an attack. Let's see, 050. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is a massive cargo ship. I'm probably going to fire 2 torpedoes at her. Now, this is a little more intimidating. That is no frigate. That is a destroyer. I'll stop.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Steuerbordmaschine
I
stopp.
don't like where we are, actually. Let's come around.
Stopp.
Yeah, increase speed all head standard. Let's try to put some distance between us. We've gotten a little too close to their track. Now we need to establish what their speed is. What the heck is that big cargo ship? She's probably going to require 2 torpedoes, so we are going to have to be within range for our T2, which only has a range of 3 kilometers. We're going to have to get close. And looking at this, it looks like this destroyer, this VNW class, something like that, she is operating very, very close to the freighter compared to the previous frigate. What? Oh, this thing's huge. This thing has to be over 10,000 tons, though. That is a massive, massive ship. I believe I found our merchant ship. Type 1 heavy merchant. Recognize her. Take a look at the map here. Okay. Hard to port. Time to turn in. Where's that destroyer? Yeah, gosh. So close. I'm guessing they're going about 12 knots as well. Okay, there's the merchant ship. 12 knots set. What's her top speed? Her top speed is 12 knots. Ugh. Would she be going her top speed? I don't know. That's a tricky one, isn't it? Alright, steady up right around here, please. Right our midships. Try to get their speed. What's our ranged target? How far are they? 4 kilometers. That destroyer doesn't know we're here. She's just zigzagging about in front of the contact. Okay, let's try to get her speed here soon. It kind of looks like she's zigzagging, but I don't believe that's the case. The draft of the target is 8.6 meters. We're going to do 9.5 for both eels. Have that set. Magnetic pistol for both to make sure that's set. Speed, I guess we'll do slow on both torpedoes. That way our G7A matches the speed of the G7E. Angle on bow currently 40 degrees port, speed 12 knots, range for 4 kilometers. For the time being, that will work. Continue to close at the speed. Moving 14 knots. What's our range? 3.6. Now we are getting close. Yeah, we can move in and just sit still, essentially. And we will need to turn just a little bit to make this a perfect attack. We'll fire off 2 eels and then turn hard to starboard. Pretty much following the same idea we did in the previous attack. And I was wrong about the third ship. There's only 2. The only problem is this destroyer has a top speed of what, like 28 knots or something? So she is going to be a problem if we are caught. We are not outrunning her, not even close. This ship's turning. I'll stop.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Steuerbordmaschine stopp. Backbord stopp.
Oh boy. Why is she doing that? I do not like that. She's zigzagging. That makes things even harder. There's no way she's going 12 knots right now. Let's look at the destroyer. Searchlights aren't on. Guns aren't trained, I don't think. Just stay still. Range the target. How far are you? Oof. Really close. Let's lay low. No searchlights. Destroyer seems to be just continuing on her zigzag pattern. Oh, man. She is a little close, though, isn't she? Reverse.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Kleine Fahrt zurück.
Just slightly. We do not want to move quickly here. That merchant changing course is really throwing me off. She's definitely turning. I think they're both turning towards us. Warships continuing to zig around. Ever so slowly back up. Okay, yeah, keep on turning. Looking good. That is the most intimidating profile you can see. Just warship bow on. Big bow wake like that. Looks like she's continuing her turn. Look at this cargo ship. She's definitely zigzagging. Okay. That complicates things. I have no idea what's going on here, but the warship's cutting in front of... Oh, shit. All ahead flank.
Wahnsinnige Fahrt voraus.
Okay, crash dive, crash dive.
Wahnsinnige Fahrt voraus. Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Shit. Dive, dive, dive. Upscope. Yeah. Periscope depth. Salvo. Speed 8 knots. Okay, keep on going. Dive, dive, dive. Oh boy. Oh, one attack went well, one not so well here. Okay, level out. Periscope depth, reduce speed. Down scope, drop it. Okay, we are down. We were not hit, thankfully. Okay, periscope depth. Alright, buddy. I'm not letting you get away that easily. Bow right there. Start the timer. Angle on bow, 90. Speed set. Range to target. Get it. 2 kilometers set. Angle on bow is looking pretty good. All things considered. Alright, we're gonna fire off 2 eels and then crash dive. 30. Passing 30. It's gonna take a whole minute for this big old thing to get past us. What's her length? 140. Okay. Let's see. And 45. 47. 47 works for me. She's going 6 knots. Wow. Okay. Open tubes. Tube 2. Magnetic pistol. Speed fast. Los. Tube 3. Aim for the funnel. Los. Down scope, crash dive. Alright. Time to get down, boys. Decoy right here. Enemy is pinging us. That is news to me. Alright, 2 torpedoes away. I don't have very much faith in those. What's our runtime? About 2.5 minutes. That's for the G70 though. This one has about 31 minutes to go. Alright, keep on going. Hydrophone, I need you to track that warship, please. Let's change course, head north.
Derzeitige Tiefe 6,0. Derzeitige Tiefe 7,0. Derzeitige Tiefe 8,0.
Warship is coming up over the top. Rudder amidships, boys.
Ruder 0 Grad.
Keep diving down. Down to 160, 160, 160. Run time's up.
Tiefe 160 Meter.
Oh.
Derzeitige Tiefe 110.
Those sound...
Derzeitige Tiefe 120.
Those sound good. Who knows? Bigger fish to fry right now.
Derzeitige Tiefe 130.
That merchant ship was zigzagging all over the place.
Derzeitige Tiefe 140.
Level out down here. Reduce speed.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Depth charges are exploding all around us. They're aft and high. I think both of our torpedoes have unfortunately missed. Not entirely surprising. It was probably foolish to engage that target. I just didn't want to let such a prize go without a fight. That's a shame. Regardless, we're nice and low, nice and deep. I think we're going to be able to slip away just fine. We are being depth charged. The warship just rolled right over the top of us. We are sprinting away. Fingers crossed. We've been hit. It's not good. Secure from top running. Begin repairs. Begin repairs. Bow torpedo room. I need men in the bow torpedo room. Come up to 140. Damage control team. Get up there, buddy. Oh gosh. Tag scopes destroyed. Flat guns destroyed. Deck gun destroyed. Keep working on the control room. We got to get the water out. This compartment's flooding rapidly. We are dropping down. Come up. Get the water out. 23 seconds till the flooding is under control. In the control room. I need more men in the bow torpedo room. Drop a decoy here. Oh gosh, that was not good. 3 seconds until the water is under control. There we go. Bow torpedo room, 28 seconds. It's going to take a while before the hydrophone room is flooded out. Are we getting this under control? Blow ballast. Blow the ballast. Holy shit. Come on. Stop diving. 9 seconds. Stop diving. Come up, come up, come up, come up. 0. Under control, under control. Control hydrophones. Steadying up at 230. 232. 233. Continuing to drop down. Get this under control. 237. Come on. Come on, boys. 10 seconds. 240. Lights are shattering. 243. Slow down. Come on. 242. We're coming up. We're coming up. We're coming up. We're coming up. 241. Get this water out. Get the water out. Hull's groaning and creaking. 238. 237. Okay, we're coming back up. Below ballast again. We gotta come up quicker than this. Okay, there we go. Bows up. 140 meters, please. 140, 140, 140. We are alive. U-75 is alive. Reduce speed. Damage report. All the flooding is under control. Hydrophones damaged. Rig for silent running. Rig for silent running. Oh my gosh. Well, that's cutting our patrol short. We're alive. That's what really matters. Holy cow. Our Tommy friend is now pinging us again. Down to 160 meters, please.
Neue Tiefe 161 Meter.
The warship is directly above us, starting another attack run. We are moving quickly. Get out of here. We cannot go deep now. No way. Turning hard to starboard. Moving 6 knots. Warship's right over the top of us. Keep turning. Come on, rudder amidships.
Ruder 0 Grad.
I did not hear splashes, but I know this bastard rolled on top of us. Continuing, come on. Okay. Continue sprinting. Hydrophone operator, can you even track this guy, or the hydrophone's really just messed up? We're okay. Boat's holding steady. Explosions. Aft. Keep sprinting. Okay, they're all aft. Oh boy, we have hours of this left. That was close. Okay. One got close. Probably from a K launcher or something. Okay. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Reduce speed. Down to 50 RPM. Nice and easy. The distant Aztec pings and thunderous explosions below reverberated throughout the steel hull of U-75. Against all odds, the hull of our sturdy Type 7B U-boat held against the immense pressure. As we came up to a reasonable depth, I heard the crew chief mutter, "This boat's amazing." The entire crew was relieved as the depth needle passed 240 meters and began slowly moving back up. A moment of jubilation indeed. Not yet was the crew of U-75 to meet their end. The celebration was shattered by Aztec beams, once again slamming against the hull. The enemy is not done with us yet. We are prepared for another battering. It has been 15 minutes since the last pattern was dropped on top of U-75. I think the Tommies have given up. They probably think we're dead, and you know what? I can't say I blame them because, by all rights, I feel like we really should be. We are incredibly lucky. We are going to continue to lurk away on this northern heading. And then our next destination is La Spezia. We are going home. After our little trip down to 240 meters, it seems the enemy warship had a hard time picking us up again. The ear-shattering pings got fainter and fainter. The hydrophone operator reported that the warship was indeed moving away. U-75 would stay submerged until the morning. The order was given to surface the boat. Nothing was around us, and the sun had finally risen. There was no way to check the surface with the periscopes as all the optics are destroyed. Our hydrophone receiver is also having significant problems. The watch crew scrambled to the deck and looked around. Nothing. U-75 was alone. Now U-75 must survive the journey up the Italian coast to her home port of La Spezia. The damage to the boat is significant and will require extensive repairs. Upon further inspection, the crew realized that the entire deck of U-75 has been shredded. All the periscopes are completely destroyed along with all the guns. The bridge is mangled and wood planking is missing. U-75 is no longer combat effective. Our hell is not yet over. 2 aircraft have been spotted moving in at the mangled and crippled U-75. The alarm was quickly sounded and the crew scrambled into the boat. The ballast tanks rushed with seawater and the crew tumbled into the control room. This is where disaster struck. Afraid and in a hurry to get into the boat, 2 crewmen slipped down coming into the control room. Helmuth Thompson tumbled into the control room and fell head first. The impact on his head killed him instantly. Sigmund Hippel also fell down with him and snapped his arm. He was rushed to the forward torpedo room and is being treated by the boat's medic. He will be okay in the end. The aircraft dropped their bombs far away from U-75 and continued on. We were lucky this time. The boat groaned and shuddered as we dropped down below 40 meters. We can't go any deeper. Well, it looks like the journey home for crippled U-75 is not going to be very easy. We have a wounded crew member here. He is being treated by the medic. Hopefully, we can get him under control and stabilized and he will be able to survive. Unfortunately, 1 crewman was killed. Helmuth Thompson here. And that is quite unfortunate. We will keep him here and he can be buried in his homeland. We are continuing to repair the boat here. Damage is getting under control. The main pump's almost repaired. Has an hour to go. The hydrophone has 9 hours and the radio is going to take 11 hours to repair. FDU probably thinks we are sunk at this point. And then everything in the bow torpedo room is not looking good, but we are slowly getting it repaired and under control. Let's get the main pump repaired first and foremost. We are going to stay submerged at 25 meters for a while. And we will keep trying to sprint up. My goal is just to get close to Sicily. Gosh, this is a long and perilous trek though. Part of me kind of wants to just cut to Salamis, but we're going to go home to La Spezia. U-75 moved up the Italian coast and did not spot another enemy ship or aircraft. The return trip home would prove to be uneventful as long as the diesels held. Our home port of La Spezia is just a few days away. Despite the hell the crew has been through, morale on board is relatively high. Those who have made it are relieved to be alive. U-75's fourth war patrol is certainly one for the books. The patrol lasted just 21 days, and we sunk 6 enemy ships, 4 merchant ships, and 2 warships, totaling just about 34,000 tons. Additionally, we managed to shoot down a short Sunderland in the dead of night, a first for U-75. U-75's fourth patrol would also mark the first crewman lost aboard the boat. U-75 is in terrible condition. I now stand on the bridge and wonder if U-75 will be destined for the scrapyard after this patrol. I guess we'll have to see what the dockyard workers say about her condition. The trip up the Italian coast was indeed uneventful, and the boat pulled into a bustling La Spezia, drawing attention from local fishermen and civilians on the dock. This patrol was filled with trials and tribulations, but at least we have made it home. Well folks, that is going to do it for today's episode. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I will see you all on the next one.